Amanda here, and today we're talking about a new ColourPop collection. Yes, they're back. I'm so excited. I hope you're as excited as I am. I'm going to take you through everything in this new tie-dye collection. ColourPop did send me all the pieces, so I'm going to be sharing the prices, the swatches, the close-ups, a bunch of comparisons. This tie-dye collection is currently available on the ColourPop site. A few of the pieces have sold out. There are still quite a few of the products available online. I can't say with 100% certainty that they will restock anything that's sold out. I don't know if or when that's going to happen. I have a feeling that they will, but I'm not sure how limited this collection is. The full collection set is priced at $98 US. There's a palette vault where you can get all 3 palettes together. That's called the Cloud Dye Vault, and that one's priced at $36. Now the palette vault with all 3 of the palettes in this collection is currently sold out. However, there's no savings whatsoever because the palettes are already priced at $12 a piece, so 3 palettes at $12 a piece would be $36 anyway. So don't be too upset if you didn't grab the palette vault because all 3 palettes are still currently in stock, at least at the time I'm filming this. So you can just order all 3 palettes and it's the exact same price. Okay, before we get into the makeup, let's talk about these 2 products from ColourPop's sister brands, Soul Body and Fourth Ray Beauty, which is their skincare sister. From Fourth Ray, we're getting the coconut face milk. This is not a new product. It's just coming in some really pretty new outer packaging, but even the bottle inside is the same. There's no special packaging on the actual product itself, just the outer box. It is really cute though. And this one is priced at $14 US. This product from Soul Body is a new product. This is the Shimmering Dry Oil in Rainbow Glow. It is one of their minis. This one's priced at $10 US and it's described as an ivory duochrome with multi-dimensional rainbow shimmer. And it smells really good. It smells like the beach. Now we're moving into the ColourPop products. First, let's quickly touch on this little glitterly obsessed body glitter. This is, again, not a new shade. This is called Glam Rock. I believe that this released previously in their holiday collection. The Glam Rock glitter gel is priced at $8 US, and I do just want to give you a friendly reminder that this is formulated for body and hair. This really isn't for use around the eyes. Just wanted to throw that in there for you. Next, let's talk about these 2 new Super Shock highlighters. These are priced at $12 US a piece. They're packaged very similarly to the previously released Super Shock highlighters in these big compacts from the Nude Mood and Blush Crush collection. So big, flat, hard plastic compacts. These do have a locking clasp closure. And there is a mirror inside. I still have the little plastic sheet over my mirror. But there is a really nice large mirror inside of these compacts. We have the shade Euro Trip. This one is a white gold with gold sparkle. And then we have Manifest That, which is a pale pink with silver sparkle. These are both quite glittery. I'm wearing the shade called Euro Trip today. I think that it looks nice on camera. It looks nice from a distance, but up close I can really see all the little sparkles and glitters, and I'm just personally not a big fan of glittery highlighters. I know a lot of people are. So if you're into more of a sparkly glittery highlight, then you'll probably love these. Personally, that's just not my vibe. That's not my style, but I do think it looks really pretty on camera, so I'm not entirely mad at it. It won't be my favorite or anything, but I think it looks pretty cute. I did want to do a few comparisons with these highlighters. The first thing that came to my mind were these other Super Shock highlighters from the Blush Crush and Nude Mood collections, just because they're in these big compacts, and they're also Super Shock formula, very similarly to these from the tie-dye collection. So I wanted to give you some swatch comparisons. with those, as well as some other Super Shock highlighters that I felt were similar in shade and tone from the rest of my collection. So here's Stole the Show, You're a Trip, and Flexitarian. And I have a couple to compare with Manifest That as well. Scrumptious and Felicity, I believe these are both discontinued now, but I thought that these were sort of the most similar or the best comparison for Manifest That. Next, let's talk about the eyeliners. There is this little eyeliner set. It comes with 6 of the BFF cream gel liners. Those are little twist up pencils. And this one's priced at $36. Again, no savings as far as buying this set. So don't feel like if there's one that you're not interested in that you should just go for the set anyway. Because these liners are individually priced at $6 a piece, the bundle isn't like a value savings at all, although it is pretty cute little box. 5 of the 6 liners in this fresh cut bundle are new. The white liner called Exit is a re-promoted shade, so it is not a new shade, but the remaining 5 shades are new. We have Extra Frosting, which is a pastel butter yellow. Peach Fuzz is a pastel peach. Icebreaker is a pastel mint. Big Splash is a pastel sky blue, and Amethyst Hour is a pastel lilac. I also wanted to do some comparisons with the eyeliners. These two called Sub-Zero and Punch were the only other yellows in my collection. I'm not sure that I have all of the BFF cream gel liners, but I just pulled the most similar. Clearly, we're not finding dupes. I mean, Good Reef and Honeydude are not similar to Peach Fuzz at all, but it's kind of nice to be able to tell the comparisons, even if you're not really finding dupes. Like these two, Icebreaker and Zulu, are 2 of the more similar of these eyeliner comparisons, and you can still get a better feeling for what the color is when you see them side by side. This is Big Splash and Prance, which is the other pale baby blue type of shade. Very different, as you can see. Same story with Amethyst Hour and Crybaby, just completely different. These pastel liners are definitely very unique shades. I'm not a huge eyeliner fan, but I do think that this was a really good idea for this collection. All of the eyeliners are completely sold out, so it seems like this was a really popular product. Even though I personally don't wear a lot of eyeliner, I will say that I like the formula of the ColourPop cream gel liners a lot. When I do like to put some in my waterline or tight line, I really like this formula because it goes on very smoothly, but it stays put for a long time. Eyeliner is never the thing that makes me the most excited in any collection, but I have to say I do really like these. I think this was a good idea, and you'll see from the comparisons that these are all pretty different color-wise from anything that was existing in the line already. So I think this is pretty cute. When and if these restock, this is definitely a recommend for me, and I don't really recommend eyeliners that much, so look at me branching out. Last but not least, we have the 3 new 9-pan eyeshadow palettes. In keeping with this pastel tie-dye theme, we're gonna see a lot of pastel shades in here, kind of stepping away from those very monochromatic palettes. All of these palettes are two-tone, which is really cute. It fits the theme really well, and it's a good way to build off of the monochromatic idea, in my opinion anyway. Each one of these palettes is priced at $12 US. These do have the plastic packaging, so it's not the magnetic cardboard packaging. These are the heavy-duty plastic outer packaging with the lock-and clasp closure. All of the palettes have mirrors. They all have this really cute design inside, which isn't something they've done too much, but you can see here they have these little hearts printed inside, this contrast on the packaging. All the shade names are iridescent. It's really cute. Overall, I like this packaging. I think it's cute. It fits the theme. I have grown to prefer the cardboard packaging, but I do like this idea of the contrasting shades. I like the little special details inside. It's all super adorable. I love that. I will say I'm sad to see that they have omitted the asterisk inside next to the pan to indicate the not intended for eye area shades. So I'm going to quickly point those out for you. In this palette, the Aura and Out palette, we've got a chartreuse and mint color scheme here. We do have a pressed glitter. There is one pressed glitter in each one of these palettes. And in the Aura and Out palette, this is the only non-eye safe shade. So we've got the pressed glitter. We have 3 true matte shades, 2 mattes with glitter, 2 true shimmers, and then 1 super shock shadow, this little green shade down here. I wanted to just draw your attention to the back of the palettes as well. This Aura and Out one, I feel like the eye safety warnings are really hard to read on this label in particular. It's just very light and very washed out looking. Now we're looking at the Miss Bliss palette. This is a pink and peach palette. The pressed glitter here, this is not intended for the eye area. And this shade called Loves It also has a not intended for eye area warning, which is likely due to some red pigments in here. Sometimes they can cause staining, sometimes they can cause irritation. You can always patch test this to see if it will affect you in those ways. You can't patch test a glitter, but you can patch test a pigment. So I just wanted to point those 2 out for you. There are no super shock shadows in this Miss Bliss palette. We just have a pressed glitter here in the center. We have 2 true matte shades. We have 4 mattes with glitter and then 2 metallic shimmers. The eye safety warnings are a lot easier to see on the Miss Bliss palette. This orange background just makes it a lot more apparent to the naked eye. I don't think it's intentionally hidden or anything. It's just due to the nature of the label color. Lastly, in the In a Trance palette, this In a Trance palette has a baby blue and lilac color scheme. Again, we have a pressed glitter here. This is not intended for the eye area. And then these 2 shades, so this one called Daydream Baby and Up Level, both have pigment warnings, again, probably due to any red pigments in there. Aside from the pressed glitter, we do have a super shock shadow, this shade called Clarity. It's actually a really cool kind of duochrome super shock. We have 3 true matte shades, 2 mattes with glitter, and then 2 regular metallics. And I do want to show you the back of the In a Trance palette as well. This one's sort of in between on how easy it is to read the warnings. Easier than Aura and Out, but not quite as bold as the Miss Bliss palette. Let's take a look at some swatches of these palettes. First, I'll just show you my usual finger and brush swatches for each one of these palettes. All the swatches are done on the inside of my arm with no primer down first, just the shadows straight onto my skin. I will be showing you both finger and brush swatches of all the shades except for the pressed glitters. I won't brush swatch those, so you'll just see a finger swatch of the pressed glitters. Otherwise, all of the brush swatches are done with my e.l.f. flat eyeshadow brush, and I'll clean this brush off in between each shade using my Veramona color switch. That way there's no shadow transfer between swatches. So let's take a look at the palette swatches now, then we'll go into a couple comparisons. First, we have the Aura and Out palette. I feel like these shades look so different on the skin compared to how they look in the pan. They're just a lot more pale, a lot more kind of washed out looking on the skin. In my opinion, these are the least impressive of the swatches. Next up, we have the Miss Bliss palette, and there are a lot of very similar shades in this one, in the peach tones in particular. And I think these shadows look more similar in swatch and in the pan than the previous palette I swatched. Lastly, the In a Trance palette. This just looks like cotton candy to me. I think it's so pretty. Performance-wise, this one's sort of in the middle for me, but I really just like this color scheme a lot. Because there are so many pieces in this tie-dye collection, and I did want to show you comparisons for more than just the palettes this time around, I don't have as many palette comparisons as I typically do. Usually in my review videos, I'll easily give you 4, 5, 6 palette comparisons. So I only did 2 comparisons for each one of these palettes, sort of in the interest of time, and also because there aren't a ton of super similar palettes in my collection, not just in my ColourPop collection. But as usual, I will open up my Instagram stories for requests, so go check out Makeup.Just.For.Fun on Instagram. You can submit your comparison requests, then I'll try to do as many of those as I can. That way you can see all the comparisons that you're truly curious about. So with all that being said, let's jump into some palette comparisons now. The first comparison we're doing is with the Aura and Out palette and the Meant to Be palette from the ColourPop Monochromatic series. I would say there's probably a good 3, maybe 4 shades that are similar-ish in here. Of course, Aura and Out is a 2-tone palette, so we're not going to be getting a lot of across-the-board similarities. And Meant to Be has some more dark shades. Now, what I think is an even better comparison is this Huda Beauty Mint Obsessions palette, because this one is already a 2-tone color scheme. Now, the Huda palette has more of a mint and neutral instead of mint and chartreuse, but I think that the overall vibe and appearance is more similar with Mint Obsessions than it is with the Meant to Be palette. Now we're moving over to the Miss Bliss comparisons. First up is Baby Got Peach palette. This is the Peach Monochromatic palette. These two are a lot more similar than the Meant to Be palette and Aura and Out, in my opinion. They are going to give you some very similar looks. It's just that Miss Bliss is a little bit lighter and a little bit more of a true pastel color story. Next, we're looking at the Huda Beauty Rose Obsession palette. These, again, have a similar 2-tone pastel color story, but Miss Bliss is a little bit darker and a little bit warmer. Still sort of similar vibes with these two, though. Now, let's take a look at In a Trance versus Lilac You a Lot. Definitely some similar shades here. Lilac You a Lot, again, has some more depth, and of course it doesn't have those baby blue shades like In a Trance, but I'd say a fair few similar purple shades between these two. And lastly, we're looking at In a Trance versus the Lilac Obsessions palette. Yet again, pretty similar. Lilac Obsessions doesn't have the blue shades. There are more of that 2-tone with the neutrals, but these could actually make really cute companion palettes if you're like me and you need a little neutral to tone down that blue. I gotta say, I like these palettes. I don't love them. I am frankly just excited to see ColourPop releasing some new things. I've missed them so much. But in general, pastel really isn't my personal style. It's not my personal vibe. And with all of these having pressed glitters, it's still just kind of the same old song and dance for me. I don't like pressed glitters. I don't recommend wearing them on the eye. If you're an adult, you can go ahead and make that informed decision for yourself. Personally, it's not something that I like to do or like to recommend. So that's just kind of for me. In terms of performance, formula-wise, I'm probably the least impressed with Aura and Out, which is sad because this color scheme is really cool. I love yellow and chartreuse, so initially this one really drew my eye. Application-wise, this one is the most lacking for me. I think Miss Bliss has the highest number of high-performing shades. However, In a Trance is a close second for me, and I think that this color scheme is a little bit more interesting to me, in my opinion. So while none of these are going to become my absolute favorite palette, I would probably recommend In a Trance and Miss Bliss over Aura and Out, just simply based on the shadow performance. Now's the time when I want to hear what you guys think about this collection. Are you feeling these pastel tie-dye vibes? Are any of these products really calling to you? I always love to hear what you guys think about things too, so make sure you leave all your thoughts down in the comments below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye! I don't even know. Look at the commitment to matching. Tell me you're here for this. Are you here for this? I made this tie-dye with my kid. That's why it looks kind of not good. Because I made it, not because he made it. I mean, it looks okay. If you just look at the sleeves, it looks okay. There's a lot of white on the shirt part. What am I talking about? Just talk about the makeup. What do you... Nobody cares about your tie-dye. Okay, I'm fine. Oh, take this part and put it at the beginning because you forgot to say it. Because it's been literally so long since you filmed a new ColourPop release video. Great. You're doing great. Words of affirmation. For forthright. This is their so many shiny things to get distracted by. Crushing it. I'm so tired. This is what happens when you get old, people. I mean, not really. I'm in my mid-30s, but I'm already tired. It's like the afternoon and I'm ready for a nap. It comes with 6 of the BFF. That was like the lamest thing I've ever said. Some days you just gotta slap on some neon eyeshadow. I love it when my camera shuts off for no reason. It's my favorite. I mean, I know that these are supposed to be pastel, but I don't feel like my eyeshadow looks pastel. I feel like it looks very neon, to be honest with you. So, oh my gosh, I need a nap. I'm so tired. I know I keep saying that, but like, the commitment to matching is so real. All right, focus, focus, all right. Part of the reason my mojo is off is because I'm wearing green eyeshadow and things never go well for me when I wear green eyeshadow. I know that sounds superstitious because it is. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna go drink some water and lay down for a little bit because I'm an old lady and I stayed up too late last night and now I'm tired. Okay, have a great day all over your face. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye bye.